Okay, so it's just as well to make this video separate because then I can focus on this other more major aspect. So a quick summary is that one, I don't believe in logical deductions from ontologically necessary truths. I believe in things that appear to be the case. If you can't show me how it appears to be the case, I'm going to go with what appears to be the case. Yes, I know it's wrong. Yes, I know it's not really as it appears. But that doesn't mean I'm going to just take some other random appearance, some other random idea that isn't an appearance. Okay. Two, no, we don't do what we do because of who we are. That's nonsense. What you are a carpenter, therefore you build things. No, I build things, therefore I'm called a carpenter. But anyway, more important than that is just the simplistic idea of, well, you have a want and you act on it. Therefore, if that's how it is for you, then yes, you don't have any free will. If you just have one thing you want at a time, just have singular wants. Oh, I want to pick this up. Okay, if that's how you are, then fine. Still are 12. Uh-oh, just a little over. False alarm, don't worry. Okay, but that's not how I experience my wants and desires. I find I have a lot of wants at the same time. When I just have one thing I want, then I can't think of anything else, and I am impulsed to it. But if I have multiple desires, I find, oh, I can glide before I'm forced to act on one, because it's kind of like if you have multiple, it's kind of like the desires have to be up here, and then you'll like get your ass off the couch, okay? And if you just have one, there's like a total energy, and it's all up here, so yeah, it's well over getting up off the couch. But if you have a lot of them, then they're below. See, the line is up here, and so they're all like down here. You have this one, and there's one like this, and they're kind of. And before they're at that threshold, yeah, you kind of have a chance to say, wait, let's think about it. And if this one's falling down, if you want, you can think, oh, well, wait. Let's bring the other one up. Let's weigh them. But that's I don't just have one. And so, in terms of how can I do, uh, how can I do things differently so that I can change the way I get to say I am, right? Like, I'm not a thief. Does that mean I've never stolen anything ever in my whole life? It's about what I do, and it's not you are a thief, then you always steal. No, it's like you get called a thief when you steal a lot. And the way to avoid that kind of thing is to increase other desires, positive desires. And you can see this in rehabilitation programs. You've got to replace positive desires. You've got to balance your desires out. And seems to me that's how choice works. Nobody arguing against free will seems to ever describe this experience anything like I have it. I don't just have a series of desire. I can't. Here I am. The few times I have felt that way, it's a manic. It's because I'm manic. It's like some people act that way in disasters. Just run it. Well, not literally. Well, sometimes literally, but running in circles. Just I gotta do one thing. Focus. When I find myself just wanting one thing, I am able to go. Well, I want always to have more than one thing, and then I stop and I get a second thing. And if anything, it makes me indecisive because maybe a train's going to hit me. But see, I've also decided I want to survive. So sometimes if my physical danger, survival is uh, available, one good enough thing is good enough. But if it's not good enough, I will even pause while the train comes because it's like, I'm not going to jump off a bridge onto rocks, 500 feet below to get out of the way of the bridge. I got to think of something better. So yeah, it, we can be led from one desire to another, but and he would say, well, where did the want to come from? Um, from my evolutionary process, but again, the question is, does your current state determine everything that comes? everything you do. And he's just assuming that. His first statement is, yes, assume, first of all, that this is true. Then you'll find there's determinism. Well, that's the part I don't assume is true. This is I've been talking about the error of being, thinking that we are. That's it, right there. The error of being. And one of its biggest ramifications. You know? But it's like there's two sides to that. One is we're not a monistic thing, of course. It's what we are. We can't even quite define that accurately, but we can see what we do. If we look at ourselves as a material body and look at what we do, we can say what we are is in terms of that. Now, his real issue is about moral responsibility, and I think moral responsibility is an important issue I don't see directly related to this. I mean, my idea of holding people, now there's a theory of morality, but there's a social application of this that's really the only important thing, which is what are you going to do to people that violate what set of rules will it be that they either do or do not violate. And I really don't care about just like he thinks that determinism or not, there's no free will. I think free will or not, people are going to be held responsible. And if there's no free will, then fine, I can't be held responsible for the fact I hold them responsible. Who gives a damn? And really that's the triviality as well, that, and from a pragmatic point of view, causes us to discard a denial of free will in practical matters, even Galen Strawson. But the basic problem is assuming that there's some idea to this statement of what we are that you could base that. See, what we do is visible. What we are is abstract. How? Why do I have to debate that? Right? The material thing that matters, in that sense of material, that interacts with matter in that sense, physical stuff. What we do is what is a part of that matter in world, the material world. What we actually do. And what we are, no one can say. Right? So I really, a lot of these errors I get, like, oh, I remember thinking that, or I really remember, a lot of errors. I mean, I guess I remember being told the earth was round when I was like, it must have been 2. My dad was joking about it, and it was like, I remember that blew me away. That he said you could walk all the way around the world and come up behind. Like, what? This one I don't get. I don't understand. I don't understand a denial of something apparent without a better appearance. You think you have a better appearance when you step out and look at things objectively, but you can't really step out. The whole time you're doing that, if you were paying attention to your will, you'd see it's still there. It always appears to be there. I already understood these 4 points. He puts them pretty succinctly, but this is what all you've been saying. I know the necessity in what you are. I guess he's done me a favor of pointing out, but I've already said it was the error of being. You guys were taking how action's coming from essence, and it's really essence is just an abstract description, arbitrary, based on your individual and animal situation of how you form that. So, anyway, cheers.